It's something I connect to as a man, as a father, as a new father, as the oldest of 7 kids. It's just a weird connection. I can't put it really eloquently into words. I didn't want to work, and I read the first 10 pages, and I had to go do this thing at that point. Then I meet him, and I just had to. It's just something I had to do, and it felt right. There's another strange tie to it of like, oh wait, it was, I think, the actionable things that the guy who's mourning and grieving the loss of his child is actually doing all these things for other people. And there's a slow sort of burn or something. Maybe that is something that really struck me. I don't know, there's something quite beautiful to that.
The film is about a murder on an Indian reservation. It's about grieving and moving on from a tragedy without ever getting closure, and told in a format, if you will, of a crime procedural. You know, I spent a lot of my life as an actor making those CSIs, and so I like that idea of taking a genre and bending it and turning it, and that's what I tried to do here.
It's a great script. It's a great role. It's a great arc for someone who is unwelcomed and questioned, trying to prove their own ability to others and even to themselves. And she becomes, it's someone becoming a woman in a very different way than that happens in other films. And the connection to everyone on the reservation, I just wanted to be a part of a story like this that doesn't really get told.
Every screenwriter, every filmmaker, they have their own style, their own way that they see, stories. And mine is to, take a deeply personal tale and place it in a landscape that I think, is worthy of reflection and discussion. I felt very happy to watch, the notoriety around the issues at Standing Rock. And yet that's one of such a small amount of traumatic events happening daily that are never discussed. The tribal leaders of the Shoshone that came and visited us on set and had mentioned that at that moment there were 12 unsolved murders of young women on a reservation with a population of about 6,000. So you look at that number, and it's a staggering number. It was a real challenge. I don't think that I could have completed it without the quality of actors that I had, because there were so many times that it's like, we got one take, I got one chance at this, and every time they delivered, beyond my wildest expectations.
There's a lot of exterior shots in the snow. How much was that? I mean, how challenging was it?
None of it was fake.
It was terrible. It was awful.
We're always in the snow.
Yeah, it was a terrible idea for a first film. I think we shot 5 interiors, and we were all so excited to put our feet on solid ground.
For this movie, I thought you guys did have a great chemistry together, and did the fact that you two had worked together in the past help with that in terms of the familiarity?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Because the first person I worked with on 2 movies ago on Avengers: Age of Ultron was Jeremy, which was intimidating and awesome, but I was incredibly intimidated. When we moved up to Utah, we had to go out on the snowmobiles during a blizzard, 11,000 feet up, and I'm on the back of Jeremy's snowmobile, and he's going 70, 80 miles per hour, and I'm terrified, and you're not buckled in. You just are holding on to the person, but in order to balance, you have to kind of be standing. So there's a lot of trust that goes in really quickly in those situations. And I think after that, you're kind of like, okay, you got me because I got you, and I trust you.
That's right.
And if I yell at you and I squeeze you and I say, you got to slow down, you're slowing down.
I don't remember that part.
Well, but there's a lot of trust that goes in really quickly when
Yes.
you're holding on to someone and you could fall off and break your neck.
Yeah.